Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandor Gaming, and today I bring you guys my first ever mono black Gecko Moria deck profile, OP08 edition, for an OP06 leader I wanted to build for a very long time. I'm so happy to say that with the reprints of the brand new premium set, this deck is way cheaper to build, and honestly, with the new smoker cards, this deck has even become stronger than it ever has been. So let's get straight into this. So if you don't know, Gecko Moria has the ability that one Dawn attached to him, you may rest 2 Dawn, so it's a 3 Dawn ability. You may trash 1 card of your hand, then trash top 2 cards of your deck, play 1 Filler Bark Pirates type character with 4 or less from your trash. This is an insane ability. Basically, he's the opposite or inverse of Dolphy. Dolphy plays from deck, and he also requires to put 2 Dawn on leader, then rest 1. While Gecko Moria says put 1 Dawn on leader, rest 2, which is pretty interesting. He also has a downside that you have to trash a card every turn. You can only play from grave. However, because he is a mono black leader, this deck lives and dies by the graveyard. He's literally the zombie deck of the format, and I think he does it pretty well. Now, a lot of people have forsaken this leader due to the fact that Rob Lucci is the king of black decks, and Smoker being right there, right behind him. This is probably the 3rd to 4th best black deck in the format, not counting Black Yellow Luffy, because Black Yellow Luffy plays more like a yellow deck than a black deck. So, if you count him into this conversation, he's like the 4th or 5th best black deck in the format, which means he is obsolete, which really sucks, because I think this leader is absolutely incredible, and he keeps getting new cards. Not only does the new Smoker support help him indirectly, but he's also getting support in OP09. However, I think it's just not enough to push him over the edge, so let's talk about it. So, again, he is the 7 Warlords leader, and he is a Thriller Bark Pirate leader that came out of OP06. I always loved his art. Yes, he's just a big onion with a big, crazy, nasty shadow, but he's just a really cool leader, so let's talk about it. So first things first, the sleeper in the room, Gecko Moria. This card is probably one of the most bannable cards in the game. This card literally says it's 8 cost, 9,000. On play, choose one of your characters with 4 or less costs, and up to one of your characters with 2 or less costs. Play them rested. Really insane effect. He allows you to cheat out a 4 cost and a 2 cost for free from your grave, which is absolutely incredible. He's a must-have 4 of in the deck. He's one of the best cards in black. He's one of the reasons why black is such a formidable color. It's such a powerful comeback mechanic. It's just a scary option that this deck has, that I think this is a must-have for any deck going forward with the black attributes, unless you're playing, I don't know, like a Monkey D. Luffy or something like that. But anyway, this card is absolutely incredible. It centers the whole game premise around him. He's kind of like a drop kid, where every green deck usually just plays him if they can. Or another better example would be 10 drop Doflamingo. If you can play him, you will play him. Basically, that's how it works, and he's just one of the best cards in the game. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Isho. This is a Navy card. It is searchable in the deck because we are playing a Navy package. This card literally says, hey, I'm an 8/9. Put 1 Dawn on me. During your turn, all characters your opponent controls lose 3 costs. And on play, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in hand, rip 2 cards out of their hand for free, which is absolutely incredible and one of the best cards in the game. Really solid 8 costs. It basically just says, hey, I'm going to not only rip 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, but I'm also threatening to make all their characters reduce costs, meaning it's easier for Gecko Moria to kill them, which feels pretty awesome. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Sakazuki. Sakazuki is a sleeper card. A lot of people don't play him anymore. I always love this card. I think it's just one of those cards that will always be good. He's a 6/7, so really good stats. That on play, trashes 1 card of your hand to KO a 5 cost or less character. If you do leader ability and you play out our lovely 4 costs Perona, you're able to reduce the character by 3 and drop this guy on your 9 Dawn turn, allow you to kill 8 drop characters for absolutely free, which feels absolutely incredible. Now, you do -3 from hand to do it because you got to play him at -2 cards from hand, but it's still one of those plays that just kind of pushes the game forward. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Borsalino. This is one of the best reprints in the game. I'm so happy this card has finally dropped in price. This is a 4-cost 5k blocker that cannot be KO'd by your opponent's card effects on their turn. He also gains 1,000 power. Very insane blocker, one of the best cards for black, and it's finally now a $2 card, which feels really, really swell. A lot of times this card used to be $30, and it kept black as a color that was gatekeeping people out of playing, because you had to spend all your resources, all your money, just to build a single deck, which really sucks. Now, has this fixed the issue with black? Not necessarily, but it has made it a lot cheaper to play black decks, which feels pretty nice. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Dr. Hogback. This card is absolutely insane. This is our first filler box character we can play off our leader ability. He has the ability to, on play, return 2 cards to your trash at the bottom of the deck in any order. Then add 1 filler box pirate character of himself from your trash to your hand. Basically says, hey, shuffle back 2 cards from your grave back to the deck in order to add back a Thriller Bark Pirate, which feels pretty awesome. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Absalon. This is our removal for the deck besides our Sakazuki. This card's absolutely insane. Absalon has the ability to, on play, you may shuffle back 2 of your trash cards from your deck in any order, then KO an opponent's character with 2 costs or less. Now, the biggest issue holding back Gecko Moria is the simple fact that Gecko Moria's removal is very 1 character per turn, if that makes any sense. The reason why Rob Lucci and Black Smoker are such scary decks is just for the simple fact that they can remove 3 to 2 bodies every freaking turn. This deck struggles at removing characters a turn. However, it more does better with hand control and setting up an enormous amount of bodies. This is a very zombie swarm based deck, which feels really, really good. And it still has removal capabilities. It does not the removal capabilities that other, per se, better black decks have. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Perona. Perona is absolutely insane for the deck. This is our 2k for the card. Not only does it have the ability to on play give a character -3 cost, which feels absolutely insane, but also it has the other ability that you can choose either one. You can trash one of your opponent's cards from hand. So if they have basically 5 or more cards in hand, this card will trash cards from the hand. So not only are you swinging at them every turn for 6 dawn at most, thus making them discard cards that way, but Perona is always ripping cards from their hand, and Isho is always ripping cards from their hand. So keep that in mind. Next, let's talk about the brand new Hina card. This is a brand new card out of the brand new structure decks, which is absolutely incredible and absolutely amazing. This is one of the best cards for this deck can ever receive. It is a 4/6, 1 dawn commitment. You put 1 dawn in it, your opponent's turn, this card gains 4 costs. Then, after a main, you can place 1 card from your trash or bottom of the deck in any order. Give up to 1 of your rested dawn to your leader or character. This basically pays the requirement for Gecko Moria. This turns Gecko Moria into rest 3 to rest 2, which actually feels pretty awesome. The rest 2 and just play a body for free feels absolutely incredible, and it feels really good. She's the equivalent of Blackbeard or the 4-cost Boa, for the simple fact it kind of pays for the Dawn requirement for our leader, making it a lot cheaper for us to cheat out bodies. It feels pretty nice. Finally, we're playing 4 copies of the original Hina. This card's still really good. On play, give -4 cost to a character. It's a 3/5, so it's pretty good stats. Also, it allows you to just KO anything. Really, really nice, because Hina -4. And then luckily, Absalon over here kills any 2 costs. So that means just with these 2 combined, you can kill any 6 costs in the game, which feels pretty good. And you have her plus him plus an Isho on field. Isho is -3. This is -4. And he can kill any 2, meaning basically kill any 9 costs in the game, which feels pretty awesome. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Tashigi. This is just a 2k counter Navy card that has the ability to on play activate main rest this character to give -2 cost to a character. And we're also playing 2 copies of Suru. Same idea. Another 2k that has the ability to on play give -2 to a character, which feels pretty awesome. And we're also playing Lovely, brand new. Brand new is one of the best cards in the deck. Basically, he has the ability to lure the top 3 cards to your deck, add 1 Navy card from the deck to hand, and then you send the rest to grave, which feels pretty solid. Fills up your graveyard, which feels pretty awesome. Speaking about filling up a graveyard, we're also playing 2 copies of Sanji Dog. I'm just going to call him that because I actually don't know how to pronounce him. On play or on KO, if your leader is full of Bark Pirates, draw 2, trash 2 from your hand. That sounds absolutely amazing. It basically not only filters out our grave, but also allows us to mulligan our hand for 2 cards, allowing us to filter out our non-counter ability and allow us to basically survive longer into the game. Finally, I'm playing 4 copies of Victoria Sarai, or Sendura. I forgot how to pronounce her name. 4 copies of Victoria. She's absolutely incredible. On play, send the top 5 cards of your deck to grave. If your leader is full of Bark Pirates, she's also another 2K for the deck, which feels incredible. And then finally, we're also playing 2 copies of Ice Age, one of the best black events in the game. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -5 cost this turn. Ice Age plus Sakazuki can kill anything in the game, which feels pretty awesome. So that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. See you all next one, and bye-bye.